Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Ranked Duels. Today I'm going to be using my 4 Kings deck a little bit more. Got a couple of topics which I want to talk about, but I'm not going to do them right away. I'm going to just start with commentary on this duel. And I'm playing against Nazro Narwhals. I'm just going to call him Narwhals. Narwhals, we are Narwhals. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but go and check out Weeby's stuff a bit more, or Weeble. I can't even remember what that guy's name is, but he's got a great voice, isn't he? And he's playing his Nekroz deck against my 4 Kings deck. I actually don't really like the name 4 Kings, to be honest with you. I thought it was kind of catchy at first, but I didn't know what else to call this deck, to be honest with you. It's kind of a mishmash of a couple of cards that kind of work together. Someone pointed out to me that it's very much like Malefic skill drain decks. And apparently those were popular at one time in like 2010 or something like that. Wasn't playing the game at that time, so I kind of missed that one out. And when I saw some of the older builds, I was like, yeah, that's kind of similar in some ways, but this isn't really a Malefic skill drain deck. There's only one Malefic monster in this deck. This isn't really a skill drain deck either. There's only 2 copies of skill drain in this deck, and this deck is designed to work with or without skill drain. So I wanted to go with something along the lines of what Beast King Barbaros's name is. I was thinking about calling it Beast Kings, but they're not all beasts, so it doesn't really work. I was going to say Beast Mode, as the popular YouTube phrase is, but they're not all beasts. So I just went with 4 Kings. There are only 4 monsters in this deck, and I call them Kings, whatever. Anyway, excuse my lack of creativity. Let's focus on this duel here. My opponent with his Nekroz of Yugioh, ran into my dimensional prison, and now he's going to play Nekroz Kaleidoscope and try and bring out another Nekroz ritual monster. I've been wondering about Nekroz recently. I've been wondering about how many different ways can you play Nekroz deck, because it seems like everybody that plays a Nekroz deck kind of pretty much plays it the same. I'm sure they haven't got the same types of number of cards or whatnot, but they all kind of just fulfill the same role and the same goal, and that is constantly recycle cards, keep your card count up high, and bring out big monsters and do devastating effects. And it kind of makes me wonder what else can Nekroz kind of do, because now that I'm more experienced against Nekroz, I do find them a little bit predictable and kind of not easy to counter, but I often have the options to counter them if I need to do so. My opponent now plays Manju of the 10,000 Hands. One of my old school card, Manju is. I used to really love Manju, Senju, and Sonic Bird back in the day, because they're 3+1s. They give you a free card just for summoning them. And I used to try to do other ritual style decks, such as Shinato's Arc decks, Backluster Soldier decks, or what is it, Master Zork? Zork of the Underworld? I can't even remember what it was called, but it was a ritual monster of him. I tried to do those decks back in the day, and they used to run Manju, Senju, and maybe Sonic Bird. Not really Sonic Bird too much, but Manju and Senju definitely. And it's good to see that Manju and Senju are still kind of relevant in this day and age, thanks to how good Nekroz and to a lesser extent Kashiki ritual decks are as well. And yeah, no, it's good to see those old school cards still getting some love. So my opponent now attacks me with Nekroz of Yugioh. I'm going to let that go through, and then he's going to attack me with Manju. That's going to go through too, and do a nice chunk of damage to my life points and give him the lead in terms of that. Still quite even here. I can still kind of make a comeback quite easily, but he's got the field advantage for the time being for sure. He plays Senju, which I respond to with Skill Drain, so I can negate that effect and shut that down. Skill Drain is a really fun card. I really like Skill Drain. I think it's currently restricted to 1. Which I'm like, God, Konami really just want everyone to be playing pendulum decks. Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm kind of at a point where I feel the game has kind of gone so far from its roots that it's so unappealing to some people, and like there's just so many broken cards in this game, and I'm sure there's tons of people that still will play it and still enjoy it, but the game feels so messed up, to be honest with you. And it kind of makes me want to wish that they kind of brought out Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0, started afresh, started anew, and kind of just learned from what mistakes they have made in the past. But I'm sure Konami will never do that. Why would they give up a cash cow like Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh is like one of their only profitable franchises right now. So yeah, this is what we're gonna have to still deal with. A lot of broken cars, stupid pendulum effects, and so on and so forth. I summoned Malefic Stardust Dragon sometime, not too long ago, and destroyed his Yugioh, and now my opponent's going to play defensively, and this is kind of how the duel's going to be for a couple of turns, so I want to talk about a couple of other things, while I just take a quick sip of my coffee. 1 second. Nescafe, or Nescafe. I love the caffeine. Okay, so on my mind, first of all, I wanted to give a shout out and a thanks to everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone, that even if it was just for a little while, watched the streams that I did on Saturday. I had so much fun doing streaming. Streaming is so very, very fun. I like having people involved with the videos I make. It's quicker than saving a video to my hard drive, rendering it, processing it, and then having to upload it. It saves so much time in opposed to that. But in terms of producing a video, it's just fun having people around you when you're making a video, and I especially had fun doing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 story mode and Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, even though that kind of was a bomb, dive bomb, it didn't really work out too well because my connection was just sucking for some reason, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. I had a lot of fun just by talking to people. We were just talking about anime for a good long time and what shows are good, what shows are bad. We were shitting all over how bad Naruto is. We were talking about what's better, having a longer anime with hundreds of episodes versus a shorter anime, and talking about what's upcoming. I'm just talking about lots of different things. And in terms of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 story mode, that was a long stream. That went on for a long time. But it was made possible because I had people with me to play, to talk about the game along the way, and we were just kind of shitting over Naruto quite a bit and just saying how bad Naruto has gotten, even though the game is kind of fun. I'm going to be doing a review of that soon, so do expect that. It'll be one of my 5-word reviews, so it'll be a quick video about how I feel about Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 story mode. Other things I wanted to talk about is, yes, about internet connections with Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. And sorry guys if you don't like me just talking about other things over this match. Again, this match is very, very slow for the middle part here. Not a lot's really going to happen here. My opponent's going to be summoning more Nekroz monsters and I'm going to destroy them. Kind of how it goes. But yeah, my connections have been really, really bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! As I alluded to earlier, when I was doing the stream, I was really struggling to maintain a connection to matches, and I thought, oh, maybe that's because I'm streaming, I'm struggling with that. However, I found that with other video games, whether I'm streaming or I'm not streaming, my connection is fine. And yesterday I was trying to do some more deck testing of this 4 Kings deck, and I was just struggling so hard to maintain a connection to people. It was just becoming infuriating. I can't get no good duels in because I just keep losing connection. And it's hard to say whether these people are rage quitting against me or they are just being naturally disconnected. Some people that I've played before and I know are like the types to rage quit, even they were losing connection to me and I knew they weren't rage quitting against me, and it's so frustrating. And I know it's not just me that's been having these problems, and a lot of people have been saying they've been struggling to maintain connections in duels. I don't know what's going on. Please, Konami, sort out the netcode for this game. Please just find a solution. However, if it comes up really, really bad, it might really affect my schedule for this week. I was going to produce a whole load of videos this week. I've got tons of requests for duels and for new decks. Someone's asked me to make a Dark World deck. Someone's asked me to make a Moki deck, which I'm probably definitely going to do. I had some others as well, which are saved in my messages on PSN. And yeah, I really want to do those, but all that comes down to whether or not I can even keep a connection in a duel. So I will do what I can, and hopefully I'm sure I will get it sorted out. But yeah, just struggling with that for the time being. So yeah, back in the duel here. My opponent is using Nekroz Mirror from the graveyard. As you can see, not a lot has really happened in this duel. It's kind of a bit of a stalemate. We're both playing incredibly defensively. No one really wants to make a big play here. And yeah, it's been kind of uneventful, this one. But some good stuff will happen later on. My opponent reveals Nekroz of Bionic. Nekroz of Bionic, when discarded from my opponent's hand to the graveyard, allows my opponent to add one Nekroz monster from his deck to his hand. And the one he's going to choose is Valkyrius again. Is he going to try and summon it this turn? We will soon see. He doesn't have to, but because a lot of Nekroz cards have good hand trap effects for responding to attacks. But yeah, he didn't summon this turn, and it's probably because he's going to use Valkyrius' effect, which will stop battles being activated this turn. I really want him to force him to kind of make a play to come out of his shell. He's kind of turtling a bit here, and turtling can be a bit of a good strategy in Yu-Gi-Oh, where you play as safe as possible and only just do little bits of damage here and there when you know it's safe, but it's not something my deck really deals well with, so I want to try and make something happen and see if I can at least take a chunk of his life points off. As I thought, my opponent responds with Nekroz of Valkyrius, and Nekroz of Valkyrius is going to stop the battle phase and is going to move me forward to main phase 2, and therefore I won't be able to do any damage this turn, and I'll probably just switch over to his turn next. Ah, crap, I spilled my drink a bit. Damn. Sorry. It's breakfast time here. Ah. Sorry about that, guys, but I had to finish my Nescafe before it got cold. No one likes cold coffee unless you're buying an iced coffee, and that actually can be quite nice. Anyway, my opponent plays another monster in defense. This is an exciting duel, isn't it? Sorry guys, I know it's kind of uneventful, but I promise you there's something I want to show you here, which is why I've uploaded this one. My opponent plays defensively, and I'm going to just keep on attacking him. Again, I'm not going to take any big risks here. Even though I have a lot of resources right now, I have, 11 cards in total. If I make a mistake and my opponent manages to capitalize, I don't have the advantage that a Nekroz deck does, and I don't have the option to continuously recycle my effects. So I really need to play safe. I don't have the option otherwise. And fortunately, I managed to get an attack to go through. That's going to do 2600 damage to my opponent, and yeah, that's going to work in my favor here. So let's see what my opponent can do on the next turn, and yeah, we'll go from there. What does he draw into? He sets one card face down on the field. I'm wondering maybe that could be something which will help him make a comeback, but so I'm going to maybe try and get rid of that at the end of this turn, but we'll see later on. Is he going to play anything else? And he sets a monster face down in defense position. I'm looking forward to seeing all the new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff this year, but I'm kind of not looking forward to the new format. Not really looking forward to where this game is going. This game is all going to be about Pendulum soon, and it kind of sucks. It's not really. I don't really find the Pendulum mechanic to be that fun, to be honest with you. I actually think it breaks the game a little bit too much, but it's Konami's game, so they'll do whatever they want to do with it. I am looking forward to Cardfight Vanguard Online. You know, Cardfight Vanguard Online, it's like almost like, I mean, the people that made Cardfight Vanguard are people that used to work on Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I know, like, one of the lead artists from Yu-Gi-Oh is working on that, helped create that game, and that game seems just so much more balanced than this game can be, and I'm looking forward to that one. I'm always gonna love Yugioh. Yugioh is always gonna be in my blood, but it can be a bit broken and stupid sometimes. Anyway, I played Wild Nature's Release. Because this duel is kind of going so slow, I want to kind of end my opponent this turn and try and do a whole lot of damage. If you guys have never seen Wild Nature's Release before, it's a really fun card. What it does is it takes the defense of a beast monsters or beast warrior monsters stat and then adds it to their attack. So my coach Captain Bearman's 2600 attack got added to 2700 defense, and that gives him 5300 attack. It's a really nice surprising card. No one really expects me to play that card with this deck, but it's a whole lot of fun. And because I can kill my opponent in one turn, he's going to try and block hit and take less of a hit using Manju of the 10,000 hands by reviving him with Call of the Haunted. But no, I want this duel to be ended now. Had enough, it's boring enough as it is, so let me bounce that back to his hand, and hopefully this attack will go through. Even if it doesn't, I do have other options to help me out here, but fortunately it goes through and goes to the kill. So anyway guys, that's been another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Ranked Duels. Thank you for bearing with me. It was kind of a slow duel, but at least I got to talk about a couple of things. And hopefully I'll get some new content here for you soon in the future. Thank you as always for supporting this channel. I love each and every one of you. 1,000 subscribers is amazing to me. And yeah, just I hope to continue to entertain. Thank you so much for everything guys. I am in your debt. Much love, take care, and goodbye.